Hey everybody, I hope you're having as good of a time as I am. Welcome to Act 3. We're always happy that you tune into our program, and today we've got so much to share with you. We're not only going to have a little bit of entertainment, maybe a little bit of the theater, maybe a little bit of music, maybe a little bit of media, but we're also going to think about how cool our smiles are, because we need those smiles when we're out there in the community, and we are glad that you join us every time for Act 3. So I invite you to grab yourself a beverage. Let's get started, shall we?
I'm sitting on the edge of love and happiness. Never experienced such a moment as this. So if you got that good feeling in your body and you want to bring this moment to life, come with me, we'll hit the town. Let's go right now and live the life. I just want to shine like the sky up like a sunset, living with no regrets. I just want to shine.
Wow, Kathy, what a great opening welcome for everybody. Summer's starting to heat up, and when that starts to happen, the summer entertainment season and nightlife starts to heat up. We've invited a very special guest to start off the show today. Nico Rhodes, local songster and musician spectaculaire, has a great event coming up for us. Welcome, Nico.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Tell us what's going on. What do you got cooking for June for us?
Oh my goodness. Well, it's really my dream show. That's the long and short of it. I'm putting together a musical party this June 20th. And it's kind of a little bit of everything. It's kind of an old school variety show. We've got, I won't give it all away, but I'll tell you this. We've got 100 singers on stage. We've got this huge choir, magnificent choir. We've got 4 professional soloists. We've got virtuoso instrumentalists being featured, original music, original compositions. It's just going to be, it's going to be a hullabaloo. That's what it's called. It's a big old party.
A hullabaloo. What is the definition of hullabaloo?
Oh my goodness, I forgot my
folks,
my
Granddad.
pocket thesaurus and dictionary. Jamboree, jubilee. I believe it's basically when you make a ruckus. Now it can go either way, right? It could be negative or positive, but I guarantee this is going to be a positive hullabaloo.
I looked it up before the interview, and it
Oh, thank
suggested
goodness.
joyful noise.
That's what I meant to say. Joyful noise. Yes.
You said you have over 100 people on the stage for this event, so it
Yeah.
must be a big venue that you're appearing at.
We are going to be on stage at the Port Theatre, the jewel of downtown Nanaimo, in my opinion. It's kind of home turf, which is always exciting to be at. Yeah, we've got 100 singers on stage the whole show, and then we've got basically 7 musicians, 4 soloists, and then other elements going on. So it's a bit of a tight squeeze for us on stage, but the goal here is to be able to bring pretty much every style, genre, era of music imaginable to life in a really vibrant, really exciting way for our audience, and to really engage in the community. That choir is all community based. This is just local folks who've decided they want to come and sing some songs and have a really good time. So, friends and family abound. It's going to be my father-in-law is actually in the choir, and I get a little cracked up every time I'm conducting him and I look over and I see his face because he's looking at me so eagerly, and I'm like, I see you. So it's kind of a family affair in that sense.
So I want to ask, was the choir formed specifically for this event?
It was, yeah, and that was honestly the most sort of anxiety-inducing part of this process. I knew that we wanted to do all these different genres. We've got gospel, soul, funk, Motown, blues, you name it. I knew sort of the band makeup I wanted, but I just put it out there to the community, Nanaimo and the surrounding area here. I said, if you want to come sing, this is the material, these are our costs, this is what we're doing. And I saw that little ticker go up, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, like a little auctioneer. And when it hit 100, I did a happy dance. I couldn't believe it. Half of that would have put me over the moon, but it's really spectacular. I'm very lucky.
If you build it, they will come and sing.
It's a field of dreams moment, for sure.
What is I know you don't want to give away too much, and I don't think you're coming on until June 20th, so we've got a little bit of time, but you could spoil one song for the event, right?
Oh.
You can tell us one spoiler, just to whet our appetites a little bit.
I'll do you better. I'll give you 2. We're doing Celebration. celebrate good times, come on. Because that's the theme of our show.
From Kool and the Gang,
From
right?
Kool and the Gang.
Very nice. That's a Hullabaloo song if
That
I
is a
ever heard one.
Hullabaloo. And we also got Proud Mary. And so we are doing it, we're starting it, as they say, nice and slow, and then we're going to cook it by the end. We're going to have some real fiery moments with that one. So if you can imagine 100 people telling you that you're rolling on a river, then that'll give you an idea of the energy that you're going to get that night.
So you said all kinds of genres. How many instruments are you playing tonight? I think I've seen you play at least a dozen in the community, but how are you the leader of the show?
Yeah, I'm
the MC,
leader, MC, arranger, producer, just generally anxious member. No, I'm only playing piano and melodica on this show, but I'm going to be spending a lot of the show conducting the choir and sort of directing the musicians as well, and then emceeing the show. So I'm sort of giving myself a little break, just sticking to a couple, not bringing out the penny whistle or any of the fancy things for this one, keeping it low key. So yeah.
I first met you as a choir director. I enjoyed a show that you were doing as directing one of the local choirs. I've noticed there's always an element of mentorship. Is that an important piece to you?
That is one of the most important things for me. Community and mentorship is a big thing because this community in particular gave me tremendous opportunities and continues to give me tremendous opportunities that has sent me coast to coast and frankly around the world playing music and performing. And so to be able to come home and be in your own garden, so to speak, and help maybe just encourage some more people, whether it's professional or it's just a hobby, to embrace music, to embrace their capacity to make beautiful, joyous music. Because we've got members of our choir that have never sung before professionally, and they're just going for it. And that brings me the most joy.
I'm really glad that we have you tending our musical garden in Nanaimo. You bring a lot to the community.
Thank you.
Can you remind us really quick how to get tickets? Just let us know how to get tickets to the event.
Absolutely. So June 20th, you can get tickets at the Port Theater. You'll look up Hullabaloo and the date. It'll be a 7:30 show, and we're at 300 and something sold. So if you're quick, you can get a nice seat still.
Hullabaloo coming soon to Port Theater, right near you. Over to you, Alexis.
I would like to introduce to all of you who do not know, this is Judy, Stephan of the Nanaimo and Voyager Magazine, editor, publisher, writer. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
I would love to know if you would share with us, what is the magazine about?
So Nanaimo and Voyager Magazine is a community magazine. And there's so much negative news out there these days from a whole lot of different outlets. We are a magazine that focuses on all the positive things in the community. So we'll talk about local personalities, arts and entertainment. I've had Nico Rhodes in my magazine before. We do health and wellness, island living, and everything positive that you can find in the community, things that happen all the time.
Okay, and when I would love to know, since I'm understanding what the magazine's about, would you mind sharing how did this come about?
So as you can hear from the delicious accent, I'm from South Africa, where I was a high school English teacher for 23 years. And when we decided to emigrate, I couldn't become a teacher here without having to go back to school, and I didn't feel like doing that in my 40s. So we looked for something that I would be qualified to do. And there's very little that I'm qualified to do as an English teacher because I don't know anything about accounting. I didn't know anything about business. And at least the magazine gave me an outlet for my writing skills because I'm a prolific writer. Editing skills because I used to mark essays at school. And the rest I had to learn organically. I used to do some of the school newspapers and magazines, at an unprofessional level. So this was all new to me, but I've been doing it for 16 years now, so now it's just easy.
And where does the magazine, how far does it go? Where do you distribute to?
So there's two magazines in one. The Nanaimo magazine is the Mid-Island region. Same magazine, different travels between Victoria and Campbell River. and beyond. So for example, it's on the ferry, so it gets to Vancouver. HeliJet Vancouver has it. It's in the airports, it's at all the tourist hubs. Coffee shops, you can pick it up at supermarkets, and of course we go out by Canada Post when they're not on strike, and we go out by the Bulletin newspaper as well.
And where do people come from that they're contributing to the magazine?
I have probably 100 emails a month of people that want to contribute. I've got a select few that I have, and when one leaves, I get another one in. So I just lost a lady that was writing Chronicles of Nanaimo, which was a heritage piece. She moved into a retirement home in Florida. So I've now got a nature column that has taken its place. So I've just replaced them as I need to. I've got a whole file of people that I can contact should I need an article.
Well, this is so exciting. Okay, what inspires you most about your magazine?
I think the fact that there is so much negative news, as I've said already.
Yes.
You just have to switch on the television or read a newspaper. There's so much negative stuff. I try and concentrate on just the positive stuff.
Okay.
So you won't find an article about crime or homelessness or politics in my magazine. It's all about the people and the businesses that make up our community, and loving where we live, which is obviously this paradise that we call Vancouver Island.
Okay, and do you do things according to a season?
I have themes that I do.
Okay.
I'm just finishing off a construction theme now. We're moving into the education theme, obviously with school starting in August. Then we'll be doing a seniors theme, and then we're doing adventure on an island theme. And I sort of rotate those as I need to throughout the year. But the rest of the magazine is just whatever. I've got some standard advertisers that stay in every month for 16 years that I've been there. And I don't ever have to sell them an ad because they're just in it because they like it. Yeah.
Okay, and you had mentioned that the Nanaimo and Voyager magazine, it spans out quite a bit. How many individuals do you figure get to read it?
So we print up to 15,000.
Okay.
It all depends on postal codes because those vary. We print 15,000 and we have about 11,000 online readers. That's also a bit seasonal.
Okay.
It tends to be higher in the winter than it is in the summer, but generally speaking, it's up there. Nearly sort of 25,000 people read the magazine in a month.
And that's per month?
Per month, yeah.
If there was something that you wanted community to hear about Nanaimo and Voyager magazine, what would that be?
If you want to have read a feel-good story or to actually see something positive about the place where you live, then my magazine is for you.
Judy, thank you so much for joining us on Act 3. I really look forward to having a cup of tea and taking a look at your upcoming edition.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. On to you, Teresa.
Thanks, Alexis. While you're enjoying that tea, think about your teeth. Tea is one of those things that stains our teeth. And we're going to hear a lot more about that from Natalie, our guest today. Thanks for being here.
It feels great to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Natalie, you are a dental hygienist.
I am.
And you deal with teeth and oral health.
I do.
Why is oral health so important?
Oral health is so important because we know now the link between our oral health and our overall health, and why it's so important to do those simple things like brush twice a day and to floss and to rinse our mouth with mouthwash or salt water.
And those minute or 2 minutes every day can pay dividends down the road.
Yes, and ideally by keeping your teeth clean, you can avoid lengthy visits to the dentist and do a lot of the prevention at home.
And that is so, so important. I learned that at a young age when my dad, who didn't like brushing his teeth, he needed gum surgery, which was horrific. And it certainly has made me take better care of my teeth. I used to hate going to get my teeth cleaned, but I've gone to you, Natalie, and you are amazing.
Thank
what,
you.
What makes it so much easier and better now, and not hurt so much?
Well, thank you. Teeth cleaning, especially in an independent clinic environment, is a little bit less sensory. There's not as much going on, and it's less anxiety for people who are worried about seeing a dentist or have that dental fear. Dental hygiene has come a long way than what you remember it to be maybe even 30 or 40 years ago. And because we are so good at prevention now, going regularly for cleanings is always going to make it easier. Going twice a year is huge, and it makes the cleaning less time, easier for you, easier for me, and I think that's a great thing.
Absolutely, it's a great thing. The last time you cleaned my teeth, I learned something new, and I learned that the bottom teeth, and especially the inside of the bottom teeth, are the most susceptible to staining, cavities, etc. So I'm now spending extra time there.
Often people forget that gravity brings everything down, and when you're sleeping with your head propped up, that our saliva pools at the bottom. So maybe we do spend a lot more time brushing our top teeth because we see them, but the bottom is where we get that extra buildup. So going to see your dental hygienist regularly can really help with that, or making sure you're mindful of where you're brushing, how long you're brushing, and always remember to floss.
Yes, the flossing. I gotta tell you, every night I think, should I floss tonight? And I remember you telling me, yes, I should floss. Oh, just I need to floss.
Yes, every time you think about it or you're not quite sure you should do it, just remember the little voice in your head that's me saying, I think it's important.
Natalie, recently, Canada, of course, has introduced a Canadian dental care plan. And as of May 1st, it's opened up to a wider demographic.
Yes, it's actually open to all ages now, which is fabulous. And it is a really great entryway to get back into teeth cleaning and getting back in to see your dentist on a regular basis. It's a huge triumph for Canada to be able to have a form of dental care, especially for those who normally might not have access to that.
Yeah, and people can register now, and it's really important.
They can, yes. And you can find their registration at canada.ca/dental, and you can go through the process to apply.
Yeah. And of course, at Pacific Pearl, you do accept the Canadian
We do,
plan.
yes. We can direct bill to every insurance, but especially the federal dental care plan, especially for those who are lower income and might need that extra help.
Yeah, that's great. I think that everyone should get their teeth cleaned. And
Me too.
Yeah, and if it prevents future dental issues and not having to go to the dentist as often, I'm all for that.
Same. I think it's a wonderful idea.
So what are some final words?
Final words would be brush twice a day, floss, see your dental hygienist on a regular basis, and always remember to smile.
Yes, smile. That is so important. Thank you so much, Natalie, for being with us today.
Thank you.
And remember to smile, everyone. And now it's over to Kathy, who's always smiling, and she's got a great group of actors that she's going to be talking with.
Thank you, Teresa and Natalie. You can see I'm smiling just thinking about my teeth, and I hope you're going to do the same and check them out because they're amazing people. And now I'm really excited to have a reoccurring guest on the program. Amanda Cutting with Artist Collective Theatre is with us today with some wonderful, wonderful people that are going to be doing some theatre in our community real quick. Hey, Amanda. Hi. I am so happy to see Stella and Kali. Tell us what you're doing. What's going on?
Well, out of the great success of last year's Island Summer Theatre Festival, Artist Collective Theatre is hosting it, our second annual production of this. I know, I'm so excited.
Very exciting.
So we've got 3 great shows that we're hosting again this year. We've got As You Like It, done in the style of 1980s.
I know. When she came into the studio, I was like, oh my God, I had that coat. How amazing is that?
It's a
wonderful.
Great era of fashion.
Yeah, it sure was.
So
Absolutely.
vibrant. And then we're doing Robin Hood, which is written by Ben Francis.
Thank you, Ben.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
Yeah, and that one, because there's so much history in Nanaimo with Robin Hood, we've got lots of different alleyways and streets that are called Robin Hood themes. We figured it was a great way to just embrace our natural culture here. And then our last is Voices in My Body, which is provided by Murmur Arts Collective.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
You know, I was really blessed to see your shows last year. And what I loved about them was the interaction of all of the players and the way that everybody was really engaged, especially down at the park. So what a great thing. So I'm curious, Callie, I see you're wearing your Robin Hood outfit. Tell us a little bit about what you're doing as Robin Hood, as a character in Robin Hood.
Yeah, so in Robin Hood, I am playing the character Much. So Much is the miller's son in this story, and he really wants to go for adventures and soon becomes one of the merry men with Robin Hood.
Oh, how fun is that? And you'll be doing that outside in the park again?
Yes.
Yeah, so the last time you used a good part of the park as your set, which was really extraordinary. And I love the Nanaimo theme that you added to it. Will you be doing the same for As You Like It, Stella? Are you excited about being in that?
I am absolutely excited, yes. This is also my first lead role, so I'm even more excited.
Tell us a little bit about your character.
So I'm playing Rosalind. Rosalind is a woman who is also dressing as a man, which is why I'm looking like this.
It's still an 80s vibe, boy.
And she gets cast out of the kingdom she lives in and is running away with her cousin Celia, which is my wonderful Lucy over there. And she's madly in love with someone named Orlando, but as a man teaching Orlando how to love a woman properly. So it's a fantastic play.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait, because you know I'm going to be there. I can't not go and see it. It's going to be too tremendous to miss it. We are going to do something really special for you guys as well, because you are doing such incredible work in the community. You know, it's our plan that during our summer break for Act 3, instead of doing, you know, several guests like we do on today's show and many of the other shows that we produce, we're very delighted to be hosting you for the entire program for the month of July, and we'll be talking about all the plays you're doing, and I can't wait to have you back to do that. What's your inspiration, though, Amanda, for all of this work? I mean, it's really beautiful community work.
Thank you. It is our community. The artists that we have here in Nanaimo need so much opportunity, and the Island Summer Theatre Festival, because it is a repertory concept, it allows for people to be in 2 shows if their time is able to, and then it's tied in with mentorship. So we have professional artists who are working alongside emerging artists and providing an opportunity for them to upskill and train in this profession while creating really great entertainment for our community and highlighting the beauty of the area that we live in, which is this island, and utilizing that as a part of the things that are our storytelling elements.
Well, it's so exciting because last year, you were a fresh face on our rock, right? You had just got here. Those 2 programs, or the 3 programs you did last year, were outstanding. And the one you did previous to that was really great as well at the theater on the side. So I love the creativity that you bring. You know, when you're choosing your incredible actors, what is it that you're looking for in an actor? Enthusiasm.
That's like number one. And like people who want to do this where like it's in your blood and you can't shake it. It's really rewarding to uplift performers into that. And then second of it is just seeing what their skills are and like working to their strengths and supporting their upskilling in the community, because we're losing a lot of artists to other bigger hubs because we're not investing a lot into them. And so this is one of the things that our city is all about.
I entirely resonate with you know the bringing of people together and the stepping forward, because you know so many of you are very youthful. And, you know, I spent years in the theater as a young girl, and it gave me such confidence and such ability to move forward in life that, you know, even if I didn't carry on with it, there was something really fantastic about learning those basic skills. So I'm just going to ask you really quickly, you two, because you're now a lead, and you're, you know, certainly a lead, or close to the lead as well. You know, where do you pull the strength from to remember your lines and to get it all together before your performance?
Do you want to take a lead?
I like to mainly think about it as my family. I like to use that to inspire me especially. And I have a ton of support from especially Amanda and my amazing director, Mo. They're super supportive and welcoming. They share all of my ideas, and they're super awesome and great.
Yeah, I can feel that. The energy of everyone here is so terrific. Stella, how about you?
For me, it's a line that one of my professors used to tell me in theater school, which was, when you're on stage, you're there to make everyone else look good.
Oh, yes. Yes.
And yeah, it's just stuck in my head. Like when I go on stage, the only goal that I have is to make my fellow actors look good. So
well, that's just the best.
Yeah.
Listen, you guys, I am so glad that you're here. I think we have just a couple seconds here before I have to wrap up the show. So when are the dates? What are we expecting for As You Like It and Robin Hood? What are the dates?
Yeah, so we start July 22nd and go until the 24th in Ladysmith at the Transfer Beach outside Atrium Amphitheater. And then for Maffeo Sutton, we are the 30th to August 4th. And we perform every day at 1 o'clock and 6:30. 1 o'clock is the Robin Hood and 6:30 is the As You Like It. And then Voices in My Body is scattered throughout on certain days in the afternoon.
Wonderful. And we have your website as well that is going to go across the screen.
Awesome.
So we can make sure that people are getting their tickets and they're ready to, as you like it, do a little Robin Hood, do a little dance, have a little fun.
Bring a picnic.
Bring a picnic. That's what we did last time. We brought a picnic. It was way, way, way too much fun. Thank you so much. And I really invite our listeners and our watchers to make sure that you guys tune in for this great performance and for our July episode when we are going to be showcasing just what it is that you guys are doing. Thanks for being here, guys.
Thank you.
So, there's nothing better in our community than being in the theater. And we know that it takes a whole village to make a really cool show happen, just like it is when people are coming to Act 3. It's the many guests that we have. It's the 15 or 20 volunteers that we have that all make this show work as wonderfully as it does. I'm really excited to belong to this team. And if you are interested in being a part of Act 3, we would love to have you as a guest, or if you're interested in volunteering, by all means, we'd love to hear from you. A shout out to some of our new volunteers today. We have Mark with us tonight, so shout out to Mark. Thanks for being here. And to other people that have joined our team in the last little while, Lloyd and others, thank you so much for doing that. In the meanwhile, as we are getting ready to enjoy summertime, I invite you to do a couple of things. Number one, please check on your neighbors, because with the heat that we know is going to be coming, we want to make sure that they're safe and sound. Check and see if they need their lawn mowed maybe, or whatever it might be. Give them a hand if you can. And in the meantime, the second thing I'd like you to do is have a blast with the friends and family that you have. Life goes so quick. Enjoy the show. Thank you for being with us on Act 3. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.